No, princess. I'm just kidding. She's not even listening. She knows I'm faking it. I let her on the couch all the time. We used to not let her, but we kind of let her all the time now. And she knows she's a princess, so I just have to start out goofy because this video is about saying no. It's in our discipline series. But before I get into it, thank you so much for those of you who have viewed this series so far. The last one about spanking got over 1,000 views, which tells me it's an important subject for you all, and I just appreciate that. That's probably my highest rated video by a landslide, so it's good to know that I'm making something people want to watch. But also thank you for those who gave me feedback or messages. They were all respectful, insightful, and based on experience. There was no arguments or trying to convince anyone who's wrong. It was just sharing experiences and addressing things I talked about in a respectful way, and I really appreciate that. So thank you for those who were watching and gave me some feedback. Let me jump right into this. This one's going to be a short one. Now, this one's one of those that is, I'm going to share you what my rules are, but there are exceptions. It's not always black and white, but it's things people disagree on. Even schools are like divided against this. I mean, I've been at schools where you can't say the word no ever. But children, in my experience, need to hear the word no. Now, I will tell you that 90% of the time, just saying no does nothing for them. But sometimes just saying no is enough. But most times you have to say, no, I don't want you to do blank. But you can't stop there. You have to say, I don't want you to do this because you're going to get hurt. I want you to stand up and walk. Please don't run. Please walk. Obviously, that's a long example. Sometimes you can do away with the don't, and just tell them what you want to do. Even if you don't utter the word no, you're still saying, please walk to the child who's running, and they'll say, oh, she wants me to walk. And they're going to decide if they're going to listen or not, obey or not, but what you say is what you want them to do, because if you say don't run, that smart alecky kid is going to start skipping or hopping on one leg or sitting in one spot just to annoy you because they know how to annoy you. In one of my last videos, I said that children know how to annoy you more than your spouse and the unpaid bills. So, trust me, there will be one. If you say don't do this, they're going to do something else you don't want them to do when you really just wanted them to walk. So tell them what you want them to do. Be clear, because children, believe it or not, even the ones that are annoying, want clarity. They want to know what your expectations are. Why? Some of them because they want to break those expectations and push your boundaries and push your buttons. For others, most of them, it's because they actually want to know what you'll allow. They want to know what they can explore with, how they can be independent, what rules there are, and they'll respect you more for it. They want to be protected by you. They want attention from you. They want you to notice them. So it's good to be clear. Even if they decide to be disobedient, because at least you didn't just say no and leave them to do the 10 other things you didn't want them to do. So there's the first main thing I want to say. Also, sometimes no is enough. I mean, I just want to touch on that again. As adults, we hear that from God a lot, just no. Or we hear nothing and we're like, it's probably a no. And we hear it from our bosses. We hear it from all sorts of people. We hear it from our own children. So we hear no all the time, usually without an explanation. So it's counterintuitive to have to explain it to our kids, but it's super helpful. We want it just as much as our kids want it. We want it, so we're like, if you're telling me no, tell me why, so I know, can I address it in the future? Is this something that is too dangerous for me to ever address again? And what are my other options? I mean, saying no with an explanation is helpful for everybody most of the time. So if you want it, just imagine how much your children want it who haven't experienced most of what you have. That's all I really have to say about it, because it's up to you when it feels appropriate and how much to explain. You're the adults, you're the parents. I'm not a parent yet, but I'm a parent to many kids when I'm in the classroom, so that's just been my experience. So share me your thoughts. What are your experiences with saying no? or hearing no, or what situation are you in where you're not sure if you should say no and explain something, or maybe there's a way you want to say it in the positive. Instead of saying don't do this, you need help figuring out what to say, what you actually want them to do. If you don't know what that is, I can help you. I will try. But send me your questions, send me your experiences, because it's been helpful for me to kind of frame all of my videos from a non-biased perspective. Even when I'm sharing my own opinions and experiences, I like to know what other people are experiencing, because it's not always black and white. Most of what I'm sharing is the rule, not the exception. So that's all I'm coming from. Check out the description, because I always link blogs that I've written, or other ones occasionally that I have not written, that are relevant to what I'm talking about. So check out some of my blogs. I might answer some things that my video didn't. So thank you for watching. Continue to follow the series with me. We've got a couple more to go. And if you send me some more ideas, it might become a longer one. Or I'll just add it into one of my last 2 videos coming up. I'm not going to tell you what they're going to be about. Stick with me, and definitely within the week, but it could be in the next few days, I will send another video on this series, and we'll wrap it up soon. Just 2 more. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.